Kenko 1.5 really felt comfortable because Mike Hunger is on staff. He coached her since she's been 13, and they
productions as we see Sage Kellerman. I know you love this vault, Sam. Allie, you as well.
Look at how high she gets. And every time, it doesn't matter if it
goes this vault inside and out. She is so great at doing Kenko 1.5. Comes up with the stuck landing. I didn't want to say it before she did it, but she.
Gabby Stevens now the third gymnast to go 9.8, 1.25 for Tucker right before her.
If you notice in the beginning of her routine, Gabrielle Stephen always looks up at the bar, and I asked her about it while she's waiting there to go, and she said she's actually afraid of bars. So I said, well, I was too. You would never be able to know watching this routine. She usually sticks this. Excellent.
It's funny you say that because their head coaches the sides of the beam to help you balance.
Alyssa Arana on bars for Florida. The two teams trying to get that second spot on your screen right now.
Both of these athletes on the screen have to remember to do one skill at a time. So much easier said than done under this amount of pressure.
But the sticks are gonna make a difference right here. Who can get the job done? Both of them.
Alyssa just
beautiful handstand.
Wow.
Sky high, Kennedy, on that release move.
And she excels in her form. Watch the toe point. Right there, even at the top of her cast handstand. It is exquisite. And another stick for Utah.
For Missouri on balance beam. She has such precise rhythm.
And look at this, Leanne Wong on bars at the same time.
And if you want someone up on bars, this is the athlete, Leanne Wong. You want her. She's the co-national champion on this event right here from last year.
Not the best day for Leanne Wong, but she saved her.
John, you made mention of what momentum Oklahoma could take from starting on bars. It's something Jordan Bowers highlighted to me this week as well. She said, my message to the underclassmen and to myself is going to be, let it come to you. Don't make the moment too big. Walking around the corrals, I've sensed a little bit of tightness, some nerves working out. Jordan said when she does that, she has meets like she did last week in the regional final, which was 310. So good thing to aim for.
And Jordan going into the dismount, watch her knees and toes. They do not come apart. Excellent.
Last time she competed, it was perfect.
That was tremendous. Here is a big moment for Mara Teeter-Soley, one of the best in the nation on this event. A 9.875 or better. Guess what, people? Puts them ahead of the Florida Gators.
Well, Mara got a 10 at SEC Championships, and this bar routine is stunning. Was a little bit short on that handstand.
I had a chance to speak with her yesterday, and I said, what do you think about during your bar routine? You're just so solid in leap series because she loses sight of the beam.
And Grace McCallum on bars, she got a 10 both days of the regionals. She is exceptional at this event.
Malibu U needs a 9.7875. All she's got to do is land on her feet, and UCLA is going to be in.
That's going to do it.
Not only did she land on her feet, but she stuck it in so.
Now, she's gotten a 10 on this event. She's following Frida Esparza's 9.925. It feels like she is set up for a huge number here, guys.
I love this connection that Jordan Childs does. She is so consistent in the way that she commands the bar. Watch this handstand right on the top of the bar right there.
Sticks this, it could be big.
Wow, that was incredible. You see it on her face.
Faith Torres, been outstanding for the Sooners all season long. She's second, tied for second in the all-around. number 3 on balance beam in the country, but she follows a 9.775 from Kira Wells. They're going to have to count that score. That 9.275 is looming. With a big hit routine, they can wipe that one away, and the damn minimal. But Faith Torres has got to hit. Jordan Paradise over on the uneven bars follows a 9.925 from Fuller.
Faith being so aggressive, which is a good sign. That shows confidence on balance beam, especially in this anchor spot, knowing how much is on the line.
And Alabama wants their athletes to hit that handstand at the top of the bar, thinks it will set them up for the dismount.
The SEC beam title. Head coach KJ Kindler said beam and floor are like butter to her.
She's smiling. It's a 9.975 for Kaylin Chio, the #1 vault in this comp. Probably going to be a title for her unless Haley Bryant can take it away. Sienna Olipio from Midwest Gymnastics, same gym as Suni Lee, Olympic all-around champion. Ella Zerbis for Utah, right hand of your screen. They're rolling on bars.
And Ella, that Jaeger is so fun to watch. She has so much time to rotate. Handstand on the top of the bar. Exactly what the judges want to see.
I'll tell you what, guys, the way this feels right now is it feels like bot, and they are absolutely rolling. The question is, which one of these other 3 teams is going to take that second spot? Who wants it?
Well, Sienna hasn't had a wobble on this beam routine, and she's following a 9.9 plus from Shea Campbell. She's got to get the stick on this dismount.
Oh, they needed that.
Yeah.
Here is Jade Carey, competing in the all-around like Jocelyn Robertson. Started off the competition well on the uneven bars, trying to give herself a chance to stay undefeated in the all-around here in 2025.
I think the reason Jade is so solid on this event is she's just even keel in her demeanor, the way that she salutes, and it's not a new thing. This has been her entire career, from being an elite athlete to the Olympics, coming back from the Olympics. She has continued this same demeanor, and that sort of characteristic really bodes well for an amazing beam worker, especially in pressure-filled moments.
And Sam, she's had to wait for 6 athletes to go in front of her. I was watching her stand there while Jocelyn Robertson was on floor, and Aaliyah just fell before her. So as an athlete, being human, it can sometimes have doubt creep in your mind, but this is phenomenal. Jade Carey showing why she's
full turn. Maya stunning on this event. Back handspring, layout step out. Triple series. She was a little off there. She was a little off, but hey, that's Maya Lazan for you.
She said, don't you worry, I know how to fix it.
It's really just truly making the smallest adjustments. You don't need to make big adjustments because you don't have a whole lot of room that you have to adjust with.
And the one thing she did, she made the adjustment mid-skill.
Yes.
I mean, she really did, she realized she was a little bit off, made that adjustment, landed it perfectly.
Round off double full, sticks the dismount. That was the last routine of her career. What a special.
Leanne Wong for Florida, just a 9.8 for Leanne Wong. That is a low score on that event. They hit her on that landing for sure. Selena Harris Miranda, a transfer from UCLA into Florida this year. She has been outstanding for them all season long.
Yeah, she's even scored a 10 this year on this event. Left-hand side of your screen, triple series, back handspring layout, back handspring. Perfectly straight knees throughout that combination.
And Amari does a fantastic job of keeping her foot in. She kept her foot on releve. I think if she put her heel down, she would have gone out of bounds. So incredible body awareness. Out of bounds is, of course, 1/10.
Well, Missouri wants to be undeniable, and moments like that is what makes them undeniable.
You can't overstate that 10, because once we get down to the end of this competition, again, 2 teams advancing, you get down to the end, that 10th, even though it happened in the first rotation, can be the difference.
Selena is an athlete that I can just watch her gymnastics all day. The way that she competes beam, it's like she's just hanging out on the floor. And that's exactly what the judges are looking for.
She's been open about being loose, and when she's having fun and loose, that's when she's at her best.
UCLA 995 with Emma Malabuyo, the last gymnast to go, trying to punch their ticket.
Emma Malabuyo competed for the Philippines in this last Olympic Games. She's a senior for this UCLA team and really known as a beamer. She lands light on the beam and has this presence about her. You can just see it in her face, how calm she is, breathing through this routine.
Sam, I think what stands out about Emma's beam is her rhythm. She does not stop. She keeps moving.
Difficult leap series because she loses sight of the beam.
And Grace McCallum on bars. She got a 10 both days of the regionals. She is exceptional at this event.
Malabuyo needs a 9.7875. All she's got to do is land on her feet, and UCLA is going to be in.
That's going to do it.
Not only did she land on her feet,
Not only a full turn with her leg by her ear.
this is a big moment here.
Front aerial. Perfect. That was perfect. Split jump, split 3/4. I couldn't do that in my wildest dreams. That is gorgeous.
In my dreams, I can do that.
I can't even do it in my dreams.
Keep dreaming. I'm sure you can do it.
Everything that she does is nothing less than gorgeous. Just the dismount. That's a 10. That is a 10.
Jen, that's a 10 in our eyes. We'll see what the judges say,
That's
but
a 10.
They got a good stick percentage going.
They do. Big air on that landing. Jordan Bowers now follows Addison Fada's 9.875. I said no scores of 9.9 for Oklahoma on floor. Nobody has gotten a 9.9. Kind of like vault. Danny Ferris finally broke that barrier on vault for Florida with her 9.9. Still looking for the first one. If any 2 athletes can do it, certainly Jordan Bowers and Faith Torres could be a couple.
In this first tumbling pass, watch the height of the punch front. It's going to be a front double twist into a punch front right here.
She lands that perfectly every time. It is so impressive. And I think we need to talk about how difficult that connection is.
It certainly is. And the way that she tucks her legs and just kicks open to anticipate the landing at the perfect time is so impressive.
Well, last time she competed this routine, she was perfect.
Getting a 10 at this competition is harder. You've got to get a 10 from 5 out of the 6 judges. But this could be the first 10 of the night, honestly.
Big moment here with these leaps, getting them all the way around. Last impression for the judges.
Olympic silver medalist. Grace McCallum now follows a pair of 9-9+ scores. There's already 3 of them for Utah. Utah making a big move, potentially a huge move, depending on what McCallum can do right here.
Last time Grace competed 9.975. This is by far the best year of her entire career.
Leah Finnegan, left hand of your screen in the anchor spot, needs a big one here. Again, it's only coming up on the halfway point of the meet, but you don't want to put the pressure on those last few events if you're the defending champ, and that looks like what they're doing.
Back handspring layout, beautiful triple series and strong, quick adjustment at her finish. If you're Leah Finnegan, I would replay that moment of clinching the title last year because there was so much pressure on the line, more than I imagine any other meet. You can handle any moment from there. I think that's why she never looks phased.
So Alabama finishes beam with a 9.775 from Shania Adams. They're going to have to count that and one other score in the 9.7s. Jordan Bowers, a 9.95, blows past the 9.9. She is the #1 athlete on both bars and floor exercise now as Faith Torres finishes this floor rotation. They still need big numbers here. They got vault next.
And Faith opening up with a huge double layout. Coaches from Oklahoma told me that they've gotten feedback from judges that in the beginning of the season, they were taking off for the leg separation in the double layout. From this angle here, I didn't see any leg separation though. Impressive to be able to improve that. I love that wolf full right there. So important to have the same amount of emphasis on the jumps as you do on the tumbling.
But what's special about Faith is her landing positions. It doesn't matter how powerful she is, she always keeps her feet planted. And that's what helps her score so high every single weekend. She's got 4 perfect 10s. This
I've been so impressed with Michigan State. They've come in here so calm, so confident, and they look so good in practice.
Yeah, Amy Doyle at 9.9125. You got to think Kellerman's score is going to go up from there. Doesn't feel like anybody wants to throw the perfect 10, but that's going to be about as close as you're going to get on that event. Brooklyn Moore's here, outstanding floor exercise worker.
Does that combination better than anyone. I think her and Jordan Bowers are the 2 best at that really difficult combination.
Brooklyn tied for 3rd in the country at the end of the regular season on floor exercise. Got his perfect 10 here in 2025.
This, the emotion, the passion in this routine, it is just such art, so beautiful.
Left hand of your screen, junior Anna Padarariu for Utah. She has been 2nd in the world on balance beam in 2018, and now here she is in a huge spot for Utah, following